Welcome to the Holy Yogi, where we help you find the guru inside of you. Hello, beautiful. Hello, handsome. How you doing today? And if no one has told you today that they love you, mwah, let me be the first. I love each and every single one of you because love, it truly is the greatest medicine of them all. Love makes the world go round and round and round. And ladies and gentlemen, love, it always, don't let anybody fool you, it always wins. No matter of fact, I'm reading a book by Catherine Ponder, which I suggest you get. And I think the title of it is The Dynamic Laws of Love, or Prosper to Love. But Amazon it'll come up. Catherine Ponder, Dynamic Laws of Love. And nevertheless, she mentioned that Gandhi had said that the only way, I'm paraphrasing, the only way that you can win in life is by loving and telling the truth. That's it. If you love and tell the truth, you'll just win at life. And yeah, that is just so profound and the like. And I'm just so grateful. It's a new year, new body, new mind, new spirit, new energy, just new. You get to start all over again. Reset, back up, reset the clock, begin again. And I'm happy for you because I want you to start off your life being who you are already. And that is the Goddess within inside of you. You're it. You're the light. You're the love that you are looking for. And I'm here to just remind you of that. Because I've been where you are at right now. If you're questioning it, what is the main thing to guarantee you that you will succeed in this New Year's resolution is this. For every solution that you may be having right now, the problem is that you are not loving yourself, period. So I'm going to teach you the secrets and the tools and the tricks and the spiritual tools that you need in order to focus all of your energies to get back to the basics of being the love that you're looking for and loving yourself first and foremost. So yesterday, what we discussed was the 3 signs that you love yourself. Now, here are the 3 signs that determine you do not love yourself. Okay? Now, let's start with this. The first sign is you don't love yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. You're putting everybody else ahead of you. You're putting your mama, you're putting your children, you're putting your significant other. You are waiting for them to love you. You are waiting for them to call you. You are waiting and you're playing the victim blame shame game because nobody's calling you, nobody's texting you, nobody's loving you, nobody's posting on Facebook and DM you and on Instagram and the like, and nobody's watching. Lord have mercy, nobody's watching your videos on YouTube. Nobody's viewing, subscribing, and liking. And because of that, that's the reason why you're not getting love, because you're looking outside of yourself for the love. And until you realize that you are the prize, that you are the love, and that you focus all of your energies on number one, your priority is to look out for you. Now, people call self-preservation, whatever the case may be. No, what it is called being self-centered or being narcissistic and all this other kind of stuff. So we avoid it. We start feeling guilty, thinking about ourselves, etc. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to get this. Listen to me. It's not being self-centered. You're learning how to become a more centered self. You're learning what love is truly all about. You know that you love yourself when you prioritize taking care of yourself, your mind, your body and your spirit first and foremost. That's why you're not having that me time that I discussed yesterday. It is all about you, and all people in the world are just playing a role in it. You see, Shakespeare said, all the world is the stage and all the people are the players. And that's what this is all about. That and how you know you're not loving yourself, because the self-talk that you're putting on yourself. Oh, you stupid idiot, why did you do that? Oh my God, you're fat, you're ugly, you can't even think, oh my God, And then you get mad when somebody else gives you confirmation on things that you've already been saying about yourself. When I had my private practice as a naturopathic doctor, I used to tell my clients that by the time you get to me, it's only because you haven't been paying enough attention to yourself. At one point, you haven't been taking care of yourself. Because when you're taking care of yourself, and I mean loving yourself, seeing yourself first thing in the morning, no matter if you have 10 pounds on your hips, I love you. Look at this. It's fluffy. Okay? Fluffy. Positive affirmation. I love you, Elan. First thing in the morning. You are smart. You are bright. You are a successful mom. You are a successful businesswoman. You are a successful. I'm talking about you. I'm just talking about what you should be saying to yourself. You should be affirming yourself in a positive nature. And if you are not affirming yourself in a positive nature, saying that you're strong and you're courageous and you're beautiful and that you are and you're in a great shape, you're in good health, that you are adventurous, you're innovative, you are kind, you are gentle, you're compassionate, you are gracious, you are passionate, you are patient, you are generous. All of those great godly things that you make sure that you are saying. I am love, I am peace, I am joy, I am happiness, I am truth, I am justice, I am righteousness, I am order, I am balance, I am harmony. I am successful. That is so vital and important, that you are affirming yourself first thing in the morning, that you're meditating on the goddess within inside of you first thing in the morning, that you are praying to the universe to live out your best phenomenal life and to help you navigate so that you can be able to do all the gracious things that God had ordained you to do. And that you are definitely here doing your purpose and living your phenomenal life. So number one sign that you are not loving yourself is that you're not loving yourself. You're not paying attention. They say what you pay attention to grows. What you focus on expands. So if you are loving yourself and if you are doing all these things, it would expand in other aspects of your life. So let's get to number two. Remember number two yesterday, that when you love yourself, you love your body and you're working out and you're getting fit. Your outside of your body is an indication that you are loving yourself. Okay. So let's be honest with ourselves. I remember I was having a conversation with a dear, she's beautiful, gorgeous on the outside, cousin of mine, and we're sitting down, we're having these really intellectual conversations, and we're talking about loving ourselves and etc., the whole bit. And so we ended the conversation on the fact that she convinced me, well, she was trying to convince herself, or trying to convince me, that she loved herself, and then she proceeded to step out of the sliding doors of her apartment to go smoke a cigarette. Ah! You're smoking a cancer stick. You're smoking a cancer stick that on the side of the box, it lets you know that you have a high propensity of getting cancer. You're putting into your body something that will cause you to become sick, cause you to become diseased. It's like basically, you're committing suicide. Some people have what is called a death wish. When you are drinking, knowing that alcohol is toxic to the body. Listen, let me tell you right now, being a naturopathic doctor, let me be very clear about this. A lot of people say, have a wine or a glass of wine or whatever because it helps with heart disease, whatever the case may be. But also the counter indicator for Alcohol is that it goes and it kills brain cells. Yes, a little bit, medium size, or a lot. So there is nothing beneficial about alcohol. I don't recommend people to have it at all. I really, truly don't. I know I'm still working on as far as alcohol, pulling out the nutrition, as far as, nutrients, grain alcohol for herbal tonics and things of that nature, but even said with that still, okay, I'm very clear. So, if you're smoking, if you have alcohol, if you are overeating, if you are obviously binging, if you are, not eating at all because of once again, trying to appease society's interpretation of what, to be thin is all about, and how you're supposed to look, and how long your hair is supposed to be, and, your nose, your lips. I mean, let me speak on another story about the body and not loving yourself. And in reality, I can remember my mother and my sister literally, I mean, screaming at me, if you can imagine, at the top of their lungs, trying to force me to get a nose job because they wanted to get a nose job, and they sort of wanted all of us to get a nose job so we could all look alike, because good noses runs in the family type of things. I was messing up the routine, and I looked at them and I was crushed and I'm hurt. Can you imagine your mother who birthed you is basically telling you that you're not good enough, that you don't look good enough, that you're not attractive? Mom always tell me, put on makeup, put on makeup, put on makeup. Basically saying if I don't have on makeup, then I'm not, once again, I'm not attractive. But what I was smart enough to know at 11, 10, and 12 years of age was that they didn't love themselves. And because you don't love yourself inside, you start to see the imperfections outside of yourself. Michael Jackson, etc. Or you're trying to live up to society's expectations of what beauty is, and not realizing that God doesn't make a mistake. You are beautiful just the way that you are. So learning how to love and take care of your body, eating the right foods, exercising, going out and doing the things that will make you feel good and also look good. So I can't stress to you, those are the signs that you are not loving yourself. When once again, you're living up to other people, thinking that the answer is outside. If I could just look like Kim Kardashian, look at Kim, poor Kim. And listen, let me tell you about, here comes, I'm going to just put the energy out there to you about karma and things of that nature. Listen, be happy and be at peace with how. That's what my philosophy has always been. I've been very much at peace for who and what I was. Sure, you question it and you go through all those things through your youth and as you're growing up. But on a general basis, I went through the phase like everyone else. But the final analysis, I always came back to, God doesn't make mistakes. That God loved me and made me the way that I am. And the way that I am, I knew I would find somebody else with what is it, 8 billion people in the world, or whatever the case may be. But the way that I am right now, I'm sure I could find a couple of people that would love me just the way that I am. And I would find a couple of people that I would love just the way that they were too. And so that's the key thing I want you to understand. And understand this right now. My mom and my sister, they went and got the nose jobs and the breast implants and the like Kim Kardashian and the like. Now listen to me. Whenever you put a foreign object inside the body's immune system immediately goes in and attacks it, especially if it's dead. Okay, we'll talk about this at another time, but the deal is that because my mom ended up having, she won the lawsuit, but still, she had the silicone breast implants. Later on, it came out that they were toxic for the body because they started to leak inside the system. My mother's she got them taken out. My mother's immune system went down, etc. She went through hell, arthritic conditions, fatigue syndrome, the whole bit. Now Kim Kardashian is going through lupus. Now, as I say this to you, lupus is once again, I have lupus. Okay, so let me rephrase this. I am healed of lupus. I don't give any power to any disease, and neither should you. But I'm making a point here. The key thing that I know, because she puts those foreign objects inside of her body, breast implants, butt implants, whatever other implants that she's got going on, the body is now attacking it, and it catches up with you. It gets even worse as you progress and get older. Okay, my mother had to take everything. She went and got the saline solution, and it came out with the saline solution, meaning that it's salt water that's in the I guess the breast implants. They started using that. Well, that started leaking too. It all boils down to this, ladies and gentlemen. You can't fool Mother Nature. With no man, what God has put together, no man put asunder. Listen, you don't mess with God's work. Okay, I'm sorry, I went up on a slight tangent. I didn't mean to do this, but I get passionate about it because I want you guys to save yourself. And by loving yourself, you won't get distracted by these external people and what's being said on Instagram and Facebook and all these other social media sites. It won't even faze you. Because when they call you a B, or when they say, you're this, or they say you're ugly, or they say you're fat, or they say you're too skinny mini, or you look like a stick, or whatever the case may be, which I got all of those things, my response, it's real simple. See, my thing, I don't respond to something that, it's like, I don't respond to a name that I'm not. The key thing about it, think about it. Imagine going down the street and somebody looking at you and saying, Mary, your name is Jane. Mary. You're not going to answer to that because that's not your name. And you're not even going to look at them like, what? That's not me. I'm not Mary. So I can't help you. And keep it moving. That's the same thing. You see, I knew they weren't talking to me because my name is Elon, which names are very powerful. Elon means God loves you. And I'm loving myself. See, that positive affirmation, every time I say Elon, they're saying God loves you, God loves you, God loves you, that keeps me in check. That keeps me in the light. And that's what you need to do. You need to laugh at that. It's funny, because I'm looking at, when I see, it's like, when somebody tells me, I'm fat, I laugh. That's what you need to do too. It's like you laugh at these things because it's not true. It's a reflection of them. Remember, I told you about words. Words boomerang back at you. In order for you to hear the vibrational frequency of a word, it got to go out and come back. Like I said, it comes immediately back. I am. My words are coming back at me. I am. Okay? So that's why it's so important that you watch your words. That's why it's so important that you only speak your truth. So while they're saying whatever that they're saying, you're saying, Elon, you are absolutely phenomenal. You are absolutely smart. You say you transform that. You block that energy. Pow! You get rid of that immediately. Woo! Okay? Act like you know. Do Matrix. Act like you know. Cancer universe. And get back to the truth. You know you are the best thing that has ever happened to you and for you. Okay? Because nobody can do whatever it is like you. Okay. Let's get to the third one out here real quick. I'm on here too long as it is. The third one is, like I said yesterday, you are not living your dream life, and you're not living your dream purpose, or have your dream career, or your dream business, or your dream purpose that you're living. You see, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm living my purpose. My purpose is to help people find the dynamic diva within inside of them. My purpose as the pajama mama is to help moms and dads fire the balls and hire the kids so they can stay at home and find, figure out what you love to do. Figure out you can get paid to do it and you never work a day in your life. That's what I'm doing. I'm never working a day in life because I love what I'm doing, empowering you to be the best that you can possibly be. I help people be able to buy houses, be able to buy cars, and be able to, create businesses and network marketing companies where they start making six figures so they can take care of their kids and their husband and be able to travel the world and do the things that they wanted to do. You see, after I took care of me and became a millionaire, enabled me to travel the world, and after I blessed from my homelessness and knowing that God had blessed me, now I knew my good karma was going to come back. For God had blessed me, now I got to go out there and bless other people the way God blessed me. That's why I'm educating you now on all the tips and spiritual tools that I use to manifest my abundance, so that you in turn can manifest your abundance. So and then when my mom cured herself of cancer, this is how she took that negative karma, turned to good karma. She became a naturopathic doctor. by her actions and seeing what she did, I became a naturopathic doctor. And then we in turn have every other people learn how to heal themselves of cancer, AIDS, high blood pressure, diabetes, and the like. Do you know what it feels like when I was able to create 2 other, millionaires? But ironically, well, we're not even gonna get to that, but I was able to do that and to help them improve their life. Imagine that good energy you're putting out there, that they're able to get out of poverty and be able to take care of kids and pay their bills and pay their taxes and do all the other things that makes life a wonderful place to be. If you could just, whatever I did, that came through books, tapes, videos, going out and do conferences, and I went to seminars and workshops, all over the United States of America. And that's why to this day I continue, because if you help bless one person, you've done your job, okay? So I've helped people become, more financially safe and secure and financially free. I've helped people become more healthy and rid themselves of all diseases and the like that they have had, okay? And then I help people find the divine within inside of themselves, the self-confidence to give it a depression, anxiety attacks, because I helped me get rid of them. I could afford to go to a doctor when I had probably my several nervous breakdowns and went through a major love sickness. Oh my God, I can remember walking around the world when I thought the man of my dreams had left me. And I could remember, just by the grace of God and praying every day and getting up and being able to go to class. You know how that feels. A lot of you probably know how that feels when you feel like you've died. Literally a year went by, ladies and gentlemen, and I couldn't tell you what happened that year. But one thing that I knew that saved, and how I saved my own life, I just went immediately. When I was having, how they say about black people, we couldn't even afford to have a nervous breakdown. Black mothers, we couldn't afford to go see a psychiatrist or a doctor or the like, and they say go see a pastor. Sometimes a pastor needs spirit. But one thing that you can depend on,